Hello there, I am Lady Zelda with True Oracle. Today we're going to be looking into Tyler Robinson, the 22-year-old that is accused of unaliving Charlie Kirk September 10th of 2025. Wow, I think this is going to be a good one. Today is Wednesday, October 1st of 2025. We're going to do things a little differently today. Now, first of all, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a doctor. I am a tarot profiler. I have worked in law enforcement before. What I like to do is confirm some of the facts that we hear and maybe even some of the things that are not facts. Let's look into them. I have 3 decks here, and do me a favor while I'm shuffling and laying out cards, give me a like, subscribe, because we're going to be looking into Charlie Kirk, Tyler Robinson, Erica Kirk, and others, Candace Owens. We're going to continue this series until we get to the bottom of everything that is going on. So let's get to it. I have a Kipper deck, I have the House of Zelda, and I have the Cartomancy deck. So what I like to do is during my readings, if you see a particular energy in the cloth, let me know in the comments what you see. Do you see a dog? Do you see a face? I see a face right there. I don't know if you see it or not. A face with its mouth open. You see it here. There's a nose, 2 eyes. Interesting, but you may not see it on your end. You may be seeing something else. I'm seeing hand, claws. I'm seeing face. There's faces, so this means there's energy. There's energy coming through the cloth, and it's okay. We're all protected. We're all good. It's not harmful. So we're asking now about Tyler Robinson. Now, we've heard a lot of things, but I'm going to lay out 3 cards. We're going to take it from there, and then I'm just going to start asking questions. The next 30 days are very important. I can see that. Extremely, extremely important. Contact is coming to you. I'm going to talk about that. Overlooked evidence again. Wow. And when you see repeat cards coming up, it means that we have to look into things. Now, this, to me, is very interesting. On the bottom of the deck, there's a plan. This keeps coming up, okay? So I'm going to lay out a couple of the Kipper. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to lay out a couple of Kipper, and then we'll start putting the pieces of this puzzle together because there's something off. There's something off. A concern, absolutely. And the number 33, courtship. Now, I will explain the courtship there, but I think there's twofold in that courtship and the gift. Number 17, number 4, number 33. On the bottom of the deck, there's a pathway. I believe that that goes right along with the idea of having a plan. Now, I'm going to say this, as obviously the next 30 days are important. Contact coming to you means there's definitely more information that we will be hearing, seeing. Do I believe everything that I see? No. Do I believe that there could be some manipulation in some of this? Yes. Overlooked evidence by law enforcement, absolutely. In my opinion, that's exactly what I'm feeling. There needs to be a concern. There needs to be a concern. This gift can be information that comes to us, a particular gift that maybe Tyler Robinson could have received to maybe do a certain thing. We're going to be finding out all that too, because I do not believe that he has worked alone. We're going to ask that question. Courtship. I don't know if you know this, but his mate, his partner, has just vanished. We're going to ask about that too. Nowhere to be found. out of the apartment, gone. So now let's ask some questions. My first question is this, knowing that we know these things up here and we've got questions to ask. Did Tyler Robinson work alone? Now, I know exactly how we all feel. I think this is treacherous, this situation with Charlie Kirk. I'm going to be doing more on that as well, on that subject, not on that him. Definitely Charlie Kirk. But that situation that surrounded Charlie. And please, in the comments, if you mention things that are political, the algorithm at YouTube doesn't like it, and your comments will be held, and I'll probably not see them. Let's find kind and respectful ways to discuss things and talk. All right? I'm not making any judgments. I want to know the facts, and I know you want to as well. All right. Was Tyler working? Was he alone? The answer is no. And it looks like a party that was dominant over, party as in a third party person, could be an organization, could be anything, could be someone, whoever is behind this. He did not work alone. There was some indecision. Let me go forward here because there was an agreement, and it looked like it was made over a telephone. An agreement, indecision, didn't know, a promise of lump sum of money. That's where this comes from. Fulfillment. There were at least 2 people behind, I think more, but involved behind this with him. Now, I do believe that this was his mate. I know that there were the text messages, the messages that came out. Sorry, I'm going to say this. In my opinion, I don't believe those. I think those were manipulated. See, this is money as well. There was a need for money. There's so many gray areas here. There was a need for money. Okay, so I think we got our questions. Our question answered. No, he did not work alone. Let me shuffle these very well again. Now I want to ask about his mate. Does Ellie know where his mate is? So does law enforcement, Ellie, know where Tyler's mate partner is? That was quick. The answer right there is no. But then there's okay. So I think initially not, but there was also an ending, and this is legal trouble. These are issues, definitely, but there's a loss. And there was where I really believe that Tyler felt that he was just somebody that was going to help out, and that he would not be made the patsy. Quite frankly, I believe that he was used, and now he's facing the unaliving penalty. Do they know where he is? Ultimately, I'm going to say no, they didn't, but they will. And we're going to hear more about this mate coming about. He made some changes. There were some need for money. He ran to someone that was involved. So he knows more than what anybody would think that they need to know. Okay, sorry, friends. I had to stop the camera for a second. So I think Tyler was made promises, and he did not realize that this was going to go as far as the way it is. I don't know if you've seen that little video where they basically say that they're going to charge him with that. That's pretty amazing. The look on his face. You can tell he did not think. I think he felt that he was made promises. They were false promises. So, but as far as the boyfriend, the mate, he has run to someone else. It won't be that long until we hear about him. Now, I do want to let you know that his charging preliminary hearing is going to be October 30th. If I can find a link, I will be live streaming that so we can all get together. I'll let you know a time and so on and so forth. If I can put that together, it's October 30th. And I'll definitely announce it beforehand so you can prepare to watch live, or you can replay it. Okay. Tyler Robinson. Tell us something about this situation that we should be watchful. Okay. Look at this, flanked by two Joker cards. One is definitely more serious than the other, but they're very serious. And right smack in the middle, this Two of Spades is definitely a parting. It's an end. It's hidden things, extremely serious, hidden. And then there is big lies, big secrets. All of this will be put together because as we go toward the middle, we have here a fateful telephone conversation with Tyler and whomever it was that was arranging this. And basically, he was lied to. This tells us right here that he was lied to right from the beginning. Do I feel sorry? I'm not here to put my opinion like that. But I would think that he would know and understand what he was getting into. So this is his own choice. This is definitely something, because here we have that test, that because this was planned. Seriously, I believe this was planned this past summer and morphed into what it is now, because there's people involved, changes that were made. I believe even in law enforcement, and the fact that this card falls on law enforcement in that particular area of Orem, Utah, I just feel that this is something that, of course, it's bigger than what we can ever imagine. We will never know the entire truth, but going forward, that he was not told the truth to get involved. This ends it. This ends it right now. What is it ending? His life as he knows it. No, there's the big no. He did not know. There is someone. So there's two people that had approached him. There's money involved. I believe it was calculated and manipulated right from the word go. Calculated, manipulated, getting Tyler Robinson involved, down to text messages, down to pictures, down to where to go to the Dairy Queen. And I've heard that Dairy Queen has closed. I don't know. I have not checked that. This was planned definitely this past summer, earlier in the summer, by these two. Oh, definitely. This is a triangle. And I want you to know, if you start seeing triangle shapes, you know, the triangle shapes, if you start seeing that, I want you to be aware of what they are connected to. Because a triangle shape, in my opinion, in my reading, means that there has to be a balance of putting everything together, a balance in even the spiritual, the physical, the material, and to get this going. Now, I don't know if you've also heard this, but 2 days before Charlie, this happened on the 10th, a magazine by the name of Jezebel hired 2 or 3 Etsy witches to put hexes on Charlie. You can see that. You can see that. Hexes on Charlie. And you know, one of the things that they said, they wanted to manipulate the microphone, and that microphone was up in that area around his collar, around his neck. Now, am I saying that they're behind this? No. But if somebody goes that far in their magazine to do something like this, to hire someone like this, how much further would they go? We know. So there was some indecision, some discussions with family. There's more there than meets the eye. There's the lump sum of money again, and there's the yes card. So yes, we know that Tyler was involved. I have one more question. And then the next one I'm going to do is Charlie, and we'll get back into Tyler again. And the question is, did Tyler pull the trigger? Did he pull the trigger? The answer is no. The answer is no. I think he felt that he was going to be, and he may even, because I think there was more than one shot. I believe there were 3. Some people are saying 2. I believe there's 3. He could have made a shot knowing that his inexperience with this type of thing. But here we go, down the rabbit hole. But they would definitely need his DNA over everything and near what. So I believe this is why Charlie was isolated at the hospital even more so. I do know that Charlie did have an autopsy. It has been confirmed, but Erica didn't want him to have an autopsy. Strange or not, I'm not going to form an opinion, but personally, I think I would want my loved one to have that just to find out. But it's the law. Anytime if there's a situation like that where someone else takes the life of someone, they have to have an autopsy. Okay, so however that works, but we're going to get into that more because there's more with Charlie, more with Erica. There's just more. So what I'm getting is that Tyler knew 8 to 10 weeks before this event. He was misled by someone who arranged it. There is also a woman involved who is an air element. Now, it doesn't have to be an air element, but takes on maybe even that persona of an air element. I don't know the birthday of Tyler. I have looked, but I didn't want to go down that avenue either because I want this just to be as organic as possible. But there's more coming out. So the next 23 days, going to be significant. There may even be a change, it looks like, in his court for the 30th. Don't be surprised if that happens. I don't know if he has a female attorney, but that would explain that. Definitely immediate drastic changes are being made around Tyler. They're watching him even more so than not. Because at this point, I believe he is concerned. He's a patsy. I'm just going to say this. He's involved. And I believe he did pull a trigger. But was he the one who actually... No. It was a setup job. Definitely a setup job. 8 to 10 weeks before this. Hopefully we'll find out. I'm going to say this. I can almost bet he'll take a plea agreement to take that penalty, that unaliving penalty, off the table. But there's going to be some other things that goes along with that. It's going to be very similar to the Idaho 4 case. Brian Kohlberger, that's what he did. And when that happens, we will not find out a lot of the details. I think that there are those behind the scenes that are very concerned because Tyler is the sacrifice. Tyler is the... Definitely. Tyler. That's his parents. Tyler is the... Patsy. Definitely an end now. I'm not sure what this big ending... I do know it's an end of life as he knows it. I do believe that his parents were promised lifelong security. That's usually what happens in these types of things. We're going to be finding out more. But do I believe that Tyler Robinson was the person who did this? No. Do I believe, based on the reading, based on the cards, was he involved? Absolutely. And this concerns me because okay. One more question. Do these people know? Do these people know? I have an opinion. They doubted at first. Yes. Yes, they know. They had to take someone. See how this goes? the 6s and the 2 8s. It's all about timing. Things don't add up. There's a lot of things we are not going to see, but in this day of digital and video, there's too many things that are coming out. This card tells us we must wait and see. But what do I believe? Well, I'm going to tell you what I believe. And you'll get it. Think about it. Think about it. Thanks so much for being here, my darlings. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, stay tuned. We are coming out with more of what is happening with this whole Charlie Kirk saga. I'm going to bring it to you. Thanks again for watching. Big heart, much love, and happy October. Bye for now.